Right, we're on. Wouldn't it be great to hit driver consistently? I mean, that club really grinds you down when you're not playing well, doesn't it? Absolute nightmare. Today we're going to do a little 5-second drill, but before we do the 5-second drill, to make sure driver becomes more consistent, we're going to talk a little bit about the physics and the theory behind it. Then within 5 seconds, we'll be smashing driver. Enjoying it again. So in order to hit driver consistently, we have to hit the ball on the way up. So the dynamics are, at impact, the golf club has to be travelling upwards towards the golf ball. But that's hard to do. We get into positions where we really shouldn't be in an effort to try and swing up on driver. Now, if we concentrate on a different way of doing that, rather than trying to think about swinging up on this driver, if we stay more behind and swing level to something behind the ball, then the golf club will swing up towards the golf ball. Started raining, it's probably going to get very heavy, but we're going through this. So if I, in an effort to swing up on the golf ball, many folk break the left wrists, many people stay too far behind, they try and help this ball into the air, and that's not going to work. The people in the R&D department in these companies, Ping for example, they spend millions of pounds on this. The club's designed to go up in the air already itself. So if we can address ourselves in a fashion that if we can just let the natural loft go on that golf club, but the angle of attack to go up, then we're going to get a good consistent ball flight and a good consistent strike. Now what to do is think about how you centre yourself to the golf ball. So centering ourselves to the golf ball, we need a point of reference behind the golf ball, centre ourselves to that. If we stay centred to that, the low point will be there and the angle of attack will naturally go up itself. It'll naturally go up itself, don't even have to swing up, as long as I'm behind the golf ball and structured in the way I do it. As long as I am behind the golf ball and structured in the way I do it, stay behind the golf ball, then let it naturally, it will naturally rise up because it's got past low point. The low point of the arc will be where my sternum, where my head and sternum are. That's the mass of my body. So if I took the club back to here, and my mass is now here, and leave it there, then the low point's going to be here, and then I'm going to hit back up. But that's extreme, that's ridiculous. Then I'm going to have to do something funky. But that's what people do to try and hit on the way up. Let's be more structured about this. This is where the 5-second drill comes in. I place my club head behind the golf ball. I'll pop a tee in there, one club head behind. That is the point I'm going to structure myself to. That is the point of reference for me. So I take my address position there, and I adhere myself to that. My nose is in line, the centre of my chest is in line with this tee. Not the golf ball, not way back here, but that tee. So when you tee the ball up on the course, you can look for a piece of grass or something just behind the golf club. That's what you need to adhere to. So we're one 460cc driver behind, that's what we're adhering to. Piece of grass, piece of leaf, piece of dirt, piece of earth, piece of anything that's lying there, that's what you centre your body to. Your nose and the centre of your sternum, centre to that for the entire golf swing with the driver. And that's going to ensure you hit up on the ball, because that's where your low point is going to be. Now obviously we can't hit a golf ball with that tee there, so it has to be replaced with something else. So if I replace that, I've got a coin here. If I replace that there behind the golf ball, that is my point of reference. Line myself up. I'm good there. So now I'm centred to this coin here. I go up the top of my swing, centre to the coin, come back down and stop at the coin. So I centre to the coin, stop at the coin. I possibly go behind the coin, but that's my point of reference. Anywhere in here is good, not too far back, anywhere within a couple of balls distance between golf balls distance, these balls. Anywhere in there from the coin, so I've got coin and 2 balls, so I'm looking at the coin, adhering to the coin, there and back to there. So that's the 5-second drill. You can look for a piece of grass just behind the ball before you play the shot. For me it's the coin, up the top adhering to the coin and back to the coin, up the top, back to the coin, up the top, back to the coin. Then of course if I followed through, that's low point on top of the coin. The club head is then naturally going to travel back up because I'm now behind the golf ball, and therefore the angle of attack is going to be a positive one. 5 seconds, up, down, up, down, up, down, and continue through. Job done. Then of course we can hit golf balls with that, just leave that coin there. I'll just hover above that, I'll center myself to that, so I'm centered to it. Up, there, up, there, good, up, there, superb. Good launch. Didn't have to help the ball into the air at all to create a positive angle of attack because I adhered to the coin that I was therefore behind the golf ball, which made the physics of it all work. The angle of attack was naturally up because I was structured to the coin. I didn't have to add loft. The loft's already on the golf club. I just let the angle of attack push its way up the back of that golf ball because I adhered to the coin. So I've brought this into the range bay just to show you in slow motion that I'm adhering to the coin. I've put a chalk line on the ground so you can see where that line is to see if my head stays in line with that or adheres to that. But you'll see it moves a little bit behind it, but it certainly never moves in front of it. It moves behind within maybe 2 golf balls, but the focus for me is that coin. So that way I'm much more centered to a structured area and it's much easier for me to swing the golf club in a positive angle of attack towards the golf ball without actually trying, because I've structured where I'm centered to the coin, to the chalk line, or slightly behind, but my focus is where that coin is. There's my coin, good. Dress position, so I'm looking at that little piece of grass, which is actually a coin. This is me on the course now, so I'm up, coin, up, coin, good, I know where I'm going to be. Again, up, coin. That's quality. I hope that's helped take the frustration out of the game with driver. Just a 5-second drill like that, a little 5-second tip, a little movement, a little motion, a little action before you play the shot can bring that driver love back into your life. Guys, thanks for subscribing, really appreciate that. If you've not subscribed, hit the button, it's free. Bringing content on here every week and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.